Hello, how is everybody today? Welcome to 1111 Tarot. This is the Steve Avery channel for me. It's those that are wrongfully convicted that we stand up for, but I also do tarot readings. And while I'm building the other channel, which is going to be, I think it's going to be called Galaxy 1111 Tarot, I'm going to try to do it just 1111 Tarot, but we'll see. In the meantime, I miss you guys so terribly much, so I'm here to do a few tarot readings for you guys, see if we can help some people out, which we've been doing a lot of private readings for people, and it's been going amazing. I think it's uplifting for us to dig in. Tarot does not predict the future. What tarot does, it gives you the high bridge road, it gives you the middle road, and it can give you the, kind of like dories swimming over or under through the reef, where the jellyfish were. It's kind of like that's what the guidance is for. But it's with your belief that it works, because it's all within free will. Now, I've handed myself over to the divine, and I believe in Jesus, and I believe that he communicates every day in my life all day long. And I've worked very hard on keeping my top, my above, and my below, as my above. And that's how I'm able to work on this. And anybody can get gifts from source, because that's what we're here for, is to receive blessings and not be real hard on ourselves, So today I felt like I got up super early, and I have no idea why. So I get up and I'm like, I'm up early. Well, I've been trying to connect with somebody that was a listener on a previous tarot read, and they had been so kind, and they had sent me some finances to support this, venture I'm going on here. And it helped out greatly. And so I had emailed them, and I had thanked them, and I had let them know I'd do a free reading for them. Well, they're on the other side of the planet. And there's like something like a 15-hour difference or something. And we had been trying to connect. Well, guess what? They were awake at that minute. They happened to post. I was awake. So at 5 o'clock in this morning, we connected on the spot in pajamas, and it was wonderful. And so I want to thank that individual. They absolutely know who they are for that opportunity. And they enjoyed it very much. They're going to send me an email that shows how accurate the read was, which supports my belief that we're doing this the right way. So I'm not going to pick anybody specifically. I'm going to have people volunteer for the reads. Now, I do have a little lag on YouTube when I'm looking at chat. But let's get over here. Hey, Shane Henry, you made it today, number 1. I appreciate that. And you are offering if I can do you a live read. I absolutely will, Shane. This will be dedicated to Shane today. And we'll see if we can fit in a couple more if others want that. Otherwise, sorry, I just hit the whole table. Let me get on camera here. I just realized I don't even have that set up. Now, bear with me. I am all natural. I have a little mascara on. That's it. I'm kind of hair in a pony. Well, it's in one of those clips. So I'm not here to be so I guess the word professional is the word. I don't know how else to say it. Let's see, how do I do? There we go. So whatever, right? It is what it is. It's me. Hi, Wobbla, good to see you. So hi, Tracy, good to see you as well. I love seeing all these familiar names. Okay. So Shane Henry has volunteered to be the person to receive their first read, and I appreciate that very much. And what I was saying is, if you are interested in a read, which is personal, what we basically do is we become connected on like Messenger, and then we can FaceTime, and I can do your read. You can see your cards. And if you do want that, I am delighted to do that. I do have quite a few booked. But, and I do work my full-time job as well, and I love coming on here. However, I still have about 3, maybe even 4 openings still in the first week of August. So if you're interested in that, and then there are some other openings, just let me know. And you can look in the details below. It'll give you my email address, but it's also rubberducky2005 at yahoo.com. So, all right, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So, Shane, can you please let them know that I have never had a personal conversation with you regarding your life, so that there's nothing, that I know. I'm just going with spirit here. And while you do that, I'm going to say hi to Anna. Oh, I have a hard time with your name. Jakowski. I'm just going to wing it and hope I did it right. Forgive me if I didn't. Okay, guys, let's knock this out. I appreciate all your guidance today, Source, and we ask that we are guided with the most clear message for Shane Henry that you can give us, that we may be guided to better our lives and serve others in the appropriate manner, as well as ourselves, to have the best outcome. I ask that only source of creativity and purity and truth come forward to answer my call. I am protected from all other, thank you, all other forms of communication other than direct, pure source of truth. All right, we've got cards that, as I was shuffling, I'm just making sure oh yeah, we got more. I'll be right back. Okay. It was on the floor. Okay, guys. So this is specifically for Shane Henry. However, quite often I'll receive layered messages, and so I'll be telling possibly two different stories. Like, you'll hear me say, another way to look at this is this, because sometimes it doesn't, source has several messages, and it can get complicated. It can be layered. And so what I ask is, you have free will, and if this does not resonate with you, if something doesn't sit right with you, drop it at the door. Just drop it at the door, because it's not meant for you then. So let's go ahead and get started. Are you ready, Shane? True, no connection. Now, I will say that Shane did support me and has sent me a donation, if you will, that was substantially wonderful to me. And I just want to say thank you. So he, of all people, deserves this read. Okay, so let's get started. Let's look at our overall energy in the center. Ooh, okay. We have the 8 of Cups. I'm going to lay these cards out. We're going to come back. Crossing that, we have the 6 of Wands. We're going to be talking all about these cards. Below you, you have the 5 of Pentacles. Above you, you have the 7 of Pentacles. In your past, you had a Hanged Man. And coming up is the Emperor. And now we need a few more cards. We need 4 more, because we're going to do the 10 spread, the Celtic 10 spread. All right, give us a little bit more information here for Shane. Shane, you can go ahead and type what sign you are if you'd like. That way, if I do see your sign, I can tell you if it's you or another person coming towards you, perhaps, if you want to. If you don't need to. I can just do my best. A little bit more information here. And I feel we're pretty good and shuffled. Okay, here we go. We're going to cut the deck. There we go. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Wow. Whoa. Whoa. Are you serious? Oh. All right. We're going to go from rags to riches here. I'm not kidding. Okay. And riches can be love. Okay. Because I'm not sure right now. Let me look. It starts off about money. It's definitely a financial thing here at first. But then it does go into stability. Okay. So it's an uphill climb. Are you ready for this? Let's see if we're frozen here. I hate it when I think the computer's frozen. How are we doing? Yeah, see, the chat froze, so I'm not sure. But I'm going to go ahead. Okay. No, don't know my sign. I was born January 1st. Okay, I think you're Aquarius. Don't quote me on that. That's something I'm kind of weak on, still learning that part. But as far as reading cards, I got this. All right, so here's the deal. So we start off with more or less an unfulfilled feeling. Okay, so let me see if I can get my camera back up. There we go. Okay, so what you've got here is the Eight of Cups. I'm trying to figure out how you can see that the best. Probably like that, huh? And the Eight of Cups is like you're lacking something you're looking for more, and you're willing to, embark on a brand new journey if you have to, because you're not fulfilled. You're looking at the night sky going, come on, where is this thing I'm looking for? I have a feeling it has to do with stability or money, because crossing it, well, actually, because of what's below and above are pinnacles, which are coins and stability and stuff. And I do feel like you're looking for, like you're feeling like you're kind of left out in the cold a little bit. But let's go ahead and get to this. So what's crossing you, it looks to me like something's coming your way. And it's the Six of Wands, which can be like a celebration, a conquest, a victory. It's a good feeling of, yes, finally, we can celebrate, and we can approach to start feeling good about something. So we go from feeling like, things aren't, oh, okay, here come the puppies. They've opened the door, so we might hear some puppy business here. Okay, so that's what we go into. But what's interesting is below you have this, well, if it's dealing with finances, you're strapped right now. Something has caused you to feel kind of like you were left out in the cold a little bit. Like you've got some saved up, but it isn't enough. You don't feel solid. But you're going to survive the winter, the cold times, the hard times, but you want more. Hold on 1 minute. Puppy. Get out of this. Stop. You. Enough. I have a bag of chips, and my dogs sniffed it out. So, we'll get rid of that noisy bag. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, let's get back into this. So, as I was saying, something was unsettling, and I think that's why we had this looking for maybe a different way to go, a different approach, because it's coming into fruition. We've got, you've put some more work into it, some more effort, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is a growing thing. And I think it stemmed from you having a new perspective with the Hangman, like you had to look at something a little out of your comfort zone. And that is bringing you up to a much more steady place in your life. So coming forward, you're starting to feel much more grounded. You're starting to feel more confident and come into your own a little bit. And it could be with just feeling more solid all along. So the thing is, come on, Maya. I got to help the puppies up. Oh my golly, you want to see my puppy? I don't know if I've ever shown her. This is Maya. She's a pug, and she's a fat pug. And Gretchen's way over there, so we'll leave her. If she comes up, I'll show her too. Okay, guys. So then we get back into the read, and the current energy is that you have some wishes out there, and you have a lot of them, and they're for the overall everything, like down to every detail from everything. You just want everything to calm down, and you want it to be beautiful. You want new beginnings. You don't want to worry about things, and it's causing you to really become more spiritually involved with what will bring you a sound feeling, security. And so this isn't just about money. And actually, money's just a sideline. I'm getting the security isn't money to you, that it's actually the security of knowing things are improving. So this is a different kind of security. Not a financial security, but you still want that. You still need that. But it's more of a knowing things are going to work out. And you're going through that. So you're definitely wanting, you know what? You'll defend it. You'll defend your right. You'll defend yourself. But it's only if you're pushed your corner to the back, or your back to the corner. That's weird. I said corner to the back. I reversed the words. You feel like you've got to defend yourself, but you've got the Magician card and you've got the Seven of Cups. No, you're not going to have to defend yourself much because Divine is with you. Yeah, Divine, right here. This is the cup from the Divine. This is saying you are being carried. Yeah, you're being helped. And it's coming your way. You have a Page of Pentacle. This page, I feel like this is an angel coming to you saying, here's your stability right here. And you're solid. You got the King of Cup. This is all the emotion that is in this cup is being given to you by Divine. Blessings will be coming your way. And you're not even asking for them. You're not even asking for nothing. But it's coming anyway. This is a Ten of Cups. You're walking with the Divine here, hand in hand. This is a beautiful reading. If you want to claim this reading for your own, I would do so, because anybody, this is all about faith. This is all about love. This is the Divine. This is the King of Cups. This is Source saying, look, this is Source sitting on the throne. And this is the love. How do I want to do it? This way. This is unconditional love. You're safe. You have no worries. You can walk away from that lonely feeling of not finding stability way back here, because your outcome can't get any better than this. This is Ten of Cups. And it's going to be manifested not only in your faith, but in the material world. Blessings will be bestowed upon you in a lavish form. So you saw me shuffle these cards. All right, let me see if I can get over here and connect with Shane. And I do not read chat at all while I'm doing this, because I need to stay as connected as I can. Where did I put those? Okay, let's come over here. Let's see. Shane says COVID-19. Right, that makes sense. And he says better days always ahead. Faith, there we go, see. Let's see. Tupac, Unconditional Love is my... Oh, Tupac, Unconditional Love is my favorite song. Wow. Well, I hope that did you justice. I do see that you are aligned properly with Spirit, and I so appreciate you allowing me to do that read. Now, let's go ahead and take just a second here to go through and say hello to others that have joined us. I see Cappy 1001. Well, hi, how are you? And welcome to the channel. And can I get a reading as well? You know what? I will do your reading here in just a moment. Are you a Capricorn? Is that why you're a Cappy? I'm just guessing. Oh, you are so welcome, Shane. Anytime. Anytime. And if you're out there and you're watching this later after it's recording, and you're like, well, I would like to have a read, or if I don't get to you today, because I've only got so much time that I can do them, then please do email me, because it helps you and me. It aligns with me to be able to financially support this and someday be able to do this full time to help people. All my messages are spirit-based and for the wellness and the well-being. Okay, the cards did not shuffle. They missed a step, so that's something. I can see some hesitation, and I feel like you kind of like had Cappy, I think you had something kind of come up or is coming up that's going to get you stuck a little. Maybe stop you in your tracks for a second, because there was no contact with the cards. So, yep, Capricorn. Anna, if I get time, you will be next. Okay, love? I never know how long a read is going to take. Shane's was just amazing, and I really didn't see a need to clarify. It was so cut and dry. Sometimes, if it's a more complicated read, it can take over an hour. It's very rare for it to be that long unless it's a personal read. And the reason is because after the read is done, we do the oracle cards, and then we also do a postcard, a random postcard, and then I send it to the person so they have something from it. And then we discuss it to see if they have more questions, direct questions, to get specific answers, how relative it was to them, if it resonated. And so far, we've had 100% accuracy. I'm not kidding. And many of the people are online today. I never know which one of them's coming on. But if I wasn't accurate, say it now or forever hold your peace, because you know, it's just, Spirit has been right on. It's been wonderful. It's been a huge blessing. All right, Cappy 1001, here we go. We're going to give it one more shuffle. Then we're going to give the deck a cut. Again, this is the deck I'm using. Now, my cards are old, so I don't have the ability to tell you what deck I'm using. But if you look at the picture, you can go online, I'm sure, and find that same thing. But I do have other decks, and I've ordered 2 more decks, so I'm very excited. So, bottom of the deck overall. Okay. But this is your bottom card on the deck. So you will have stability, including love. Do you see the 2 loving figures in the back? And then the dog. This is your overall feel. This is your wish come true that you're hoping for. And that reflects right with what you're looking at. Now, don't share any more, Cappy, because otherwise, just wait till the read. I mean, you can say resonates or something like that, but please don't give us details. Otherwise, it really is going to lead the read, and it won't work as good. So I'm going to, well, or I could just cover it. There you go. I'll cover it. But if you share too much, people might think I'm reading it. So just hold tight. Let's get your read done for you. And then you can come back and kind of fill us in with the details, okay? So right away, what's crossing that is your Tower moment. And below you, you have the 5 of Wands. Above you, you have the Queen of Swords reversed. Behind you, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Coming forward, you have the Ace of Cups. Your overall is a 10 of Wands. You have the Page of Wands, 4, and then the Death card at the end. Now, I'm gonna clarify everything, and I'm getting those clarifiers right now because this is a rough read, love. You are going through the dark night of the soul, I believe. You are about, or you have begun to awaken up, and you are in a very severe place right now, and I'm about to help you out. Okay? No need to apologize ever. You are completely loved here unconditionally. You can do no wrong. If I ask you to do something differently, it's just because I want a different result. It's certainly nothing you need to apologize for. Love, I can tell you right now, you are the reason I came on today. Your faith has bottomed out. You want everything, and you're willing to give everything. You are all about unconditional love yourself, and you give and you give and you give. But you're not receiving at this point at all because you have this Tower crossing your path, and this is a fight or flight, and you are crashing is what you feel. Below you, you've got a huge deal of inner conflict as well as outside conflict, and you're charging at the truth full blown, or someone is charging at you. This is, the truth is it's rushing in so fast that I think it's caused major confusion for you. What I see above you is wonderful because I see those words finally have been spoken that haven't been spoken. See, you're showing the Queen of Swords. That's lack of communication. You need to turn it upright because that's the problem. You haven't communicated. No, you haven't communicated what you need to source. and you can't get it until you know what it is you need. So right now you're trying to figure out what would make you happy. You think you want a new family. You think you want all these wonderful, wonderful things, but you need time to really figure out what those things mean to you. Is your happiness a garden, doing garden work with this person? Is your happiness going on yachts? What is your happiness? You need to know it, because once you do is when you get the two lovers. And this is beautiful. This is divinely guided lovers. You see this? Source is saying, you're not telling me what you want because you don't know yet. You can name the basics, but do you want, when you say I want a dog in my life, do you want a pit bull or do you want a poodle? You got to get to where you know. So you're going to go through some stuff, and that's where behind you, what's just come up, is this whole new beginning with this Ace of Pentacles. A new stability. And it's because you need to turn your perspective. You're stuck. You've got this upside down. This is how it was. Hangman. He's upside down. He's looking at it always in a rigid, complex way. And to fix it, you literally got to turn the hangman in a whole new light to look at it. And that's what you've got coming forward. So now the dirty work's over. We got good stuff coming our way. Amazing stuff. So that's all what's happening now and just recently, or in the past for a few years even. I mean, you've got an Ace of Pentacles. It could be 12 months, a year. I'm just kind of guessing, intuition here. But what's wonderful is you were walking away from a lot of important things to you. You were already at 8 cups almost full, and it wasn't satisfying, and you lost patience, and you just kind of gave up, and you just got stunted. But it's coming around. This is stability. This is a woman that, well, normally she's a single woman. So I'm going to say you're getting your stability, and if not, that's what is required for you to progress to this, is you have to love you. You need to get everything done in your life that makes your life as easy as possible, that you get gratitude. You find gratitude in the things that you do. You love doing it. You're grateful you have the opportunity, and you need to develop that, and you have the ability, because this is a Queen of Wands, and this is you now. And you're willing to put those burdens down. Burdens down. That's where you are currently. You're like, let's put some stuff down, because I have the way to really feel passionate. I have a lot of passionate. And then I get another energy coming in. Now, energies are transmutable. So when I say masculine, it could be feminine. If I say feminine, it's just energy, okay? It's just a different energy. I've got the Queen of Wands here with the 10 of Wands putting the burdens down. But then I have the Queen of Pentacles here. And so we are talking about somebody that is financially stable, and it comes with a message of Wands. This is a passionate message of possibly something to do with someone that's very stable, a matriarch, and it's a message. So you have something coming in that way. Now, there is something that there is some things that were being problems that were holding you back. And that was that you're just sharing everything. You just gave it all away because you're a generous soul, and you wanted to feel like if you gave enough love, they would love you back. If you gave enough money, they would just love you back. You would give anything. You just gave it all up, and it left you unfulfilled. There was no celebration. There was no gratitude given to you. There was no thank you, and you were feeling hopeless. Like, what more can you ask of me? I have tried everything. I can't try any harder. And that just stopped because your outcome is the death card. That way it changes, because it's not what you, this whole, you're going to wait till you can reap and sow it. Nope. It's all coming to you. My intuition tells me that this Seven of Pentacles, where it's like you reap what you sow, you get what you give, that's coming for sure. But it's also realizing that you can't give it all away. You can't, because you have to self-preserve. And that's the lesson right now. And once you self-preserve and you love you, this person will come to you 100%, waiting for you, because it's the overall thing here. And so you've got to get to where you're putting yourself first, and you don't be the doormat. There's a fine line from giving your last loaf of bread and knowing that you can go buy more bread than giving your last dollar and then sacrificing, and then you're hurting and nobody even offers you a ride home in the rain. You've got to take care of yourself. You're part of Source, and Source has to love itself, because love is what heals others. And you can't heal others and you can't give all this love to others if you don't first show it here. So the universe reflects your image, okay? Whether your image is giving, well, it doesn't always give, because what's really happening is you're shutting everything down to where you don't have enough for you. And so that's reflection. There's nothing for you out there because you left nothing for you. But giving doesn't mean just to quit giving. Of course, give and share. So I hope that helps. I want to get you a couple cards, and we'll go over and we'll see how things resonated. But I would say start taking care of you. This is about healing today, about seeing clearly that you can give, but don't give away that last boat on the Titanic without getting in it, because you have a purpose, and that purpose is going to come along very shortly. And you definitely are lovable. Holy cow. But prove it. Prove you're lovable. Love yourself. That's important. All right, Cappy, 1001. Let's go ahead and get some blessing cards. This is just blessings from the source of love and purity, unconditional love, that can help you along your way. And we're about ready. I feel like the cards are getting shuffled well. We'll give it a couple more of these. I'm sorry if that's really loud. I'll try to quit doing that. I don't usually have cards on camera that often. I usually do this in private. Whoa. Oh, you got a handful. You've got a lot of blessings. Here we go. Radiance. You got a glow. You want love reflected? Glow that from internally. Vision quest. Vision quest. You see, you've got this desert here. You need to stop worrying about how other people see you and worry more about how Source views the gift he gave you, which is this, is your gift. And when Source gives you a gift, you got to treat it with love. Okay? And you're getting activated. I don't know if you can see this. Spirit is blowing right in your ear right now, telling you, I want you to love you. And when you do, your wishes come true. You manifest what you want. You manifest this love with this family. Whoops, sorry. It wasn't reversed. I picked it up wrong. You manifest all this. But your number one is looking at it completely different. You come first. Literally. You come first. Go out, buy yourself something, a new outfit. If you can't afford that, secondhand store it and get classy with it. Get yourself, soak in the tub, take care of you, take some quiet time to treat yourself right, because you are absolutely gorgeous. And your night is coming along. Yeah, your king, he'll be along. So that's what I have for you, Cappy. All right, guys. Hey, Sarah Lee, how are ya? Well, I'm glad you love it too. I can only hope that once we get the other channel, we'll still be able to incorporate the two and blend them. But this will remain the No Crime, No Time channel. We're just borrowing it while I get the other channel going, which will be in the month of August. So while we wait to find out if that resonated with Cappy, because like I said, YouTube is terribly slow. It lags really bad. I just want to say, if you personally want your own reading, I do charge $20 for a reading, but it's about an hour long. It's very detailed. You're able to interact, and it's personalized. It's directly for you. Now, these weren't really, there was no clarifiers that I did, but I didn't really need to because I could see it in both these readings. There was no questions there. But if either of you do have an interest in finding out more on those reads, you can definitely email me at rubberducky2005@yahoo.com. So let's get over here. All right, Cappy 1001 says, this has completely resonated with me. You are on point on everything. I would go for a personal yes. Well, email me if you'd like. Let's see, I have one more read I can do. I'm going to stop and get a drink of water. That's not water. I've been drinking water this morning. This is my tea. Normally I make my own, but it just so happened. I went on a trip with my girlfriends, all my friends, so my closest sisters, and we went up to Duluth, Minnesota, so that we could pick agates and look for all the beautiful rocks as the Superior waters rushed in and all this. We show up on a beautiful day and we had biting flies and thunderstorms. It was quite incredible. We stayed all day. We survived it. Like, we were out there, like, we should have brought a hoodie and stuff like that with like these little bitey flies, and oh my golly. But what came out of it was not that we struggled at all. It's that we found the most beautiful moments in that day that will last us a lifetime. I mean, from every minute we had. So as you're traveling along through your journey that we call life, just remember it's a whole bunch of lessons. You know, you didn't really graduate at 18. Yeah, you don't graduate until you transcend, you know. So let's look over here, see what we got. Anna Jakowski says, luck and health, also Leo the Lion. Shane Henry says, Pure Leaf is the best. You haven't had my tea yet, Shane. Cappy says, thank you so much for helping me today. You are amazing. I will text you soon. I appreciate that, because this is what I want to be able to do full time. It will bring me home to my family. I have been an essential worker working the front lines pretty much the whole pandemic, except for 2 weeks I had strep throat. And I would like to step away from that and come home and actually be able to enjoy my family. And I do feel 100% guided to do what I'm doing. I don't question at all. I feel completely natural with it. All my life, I've had things happen when I was a young child. And to this day, I don't care for photographs. So as much as I'm on camera, I don't care for a photograph taken of me or someone I love hanging frozen in time, because often as a seer, as a child, I would connect with their photograph and I could see things and it would scare me, so I wouldn't tell people. So I've always had the gift of sight, but I've not always understood why or what it meant. And as I got older, it was directly communicated to me by source, and in a very protective way. My support group is amazing, and I'm very blessed by Jesus himself in the sense that my faith stays strong. I get weak at times, but I also remember that we all need each other, and we may have to say, hey, I want to change up my life. Y'all want to help? So I take you along on the trip with me. All right, guys. So, Anna, did you still want a read on here? We could do one more read, and I'll wait for Anna to let us know. And while we do, I'll give it a shuffle. But I believe it was Anna. Let me see. Maybe I can just scroll up. Oh, yeah. Read me, please, if you can. You got it, Anna. Will do. Now, Anna did put luck and health, also Leo the Lion. All right. So I don't know if that was applying to Cappy's read or if Anna is a Leo. Not sure. So, Anna, it's up to you. I believe she is a Leo. We're going to keep shuffling this deck. I almost feel guided. We're going to switch decks. All right. Excuse me. You ever feel funny in a store, like you get a tickle and you got a cough, but you're like, oh, everybody's going to look at me. Okay, guys. Yes, she says. Thank you, Anna. All right, let's go ahead. This is a completely different deck. I'll show you the back of it, and then we'll look at the front. So this is the back of it, and it just says Tarot Tarot. And then it's just it's a thicker deck, so I really like it. It's a little bit longer and narrow. And then they're gold foiled, so they actually, I don't know if it'll show in this light. Sometimes you can see that they've got like a foil look to them. You know, like they'll turn green or yellow, and they're just beautiful. I've had this deck for a while too. Yep, she's a Leo. 819. Okay, sounds good. Excellent. So if the Sun card comes up, you'll know that's a Leo card. That's how we kind of know. Leos can be the most cheerful people, like ready to roll. Let's do this. Like sometimes they just tear into life for adventure, and they've got stamina. They go on a hike with you. You better be prepared to go the whole way and back. They're very firm in what they stand for. So that's usually the case with Leos. Now, everybody's different, and it depends on your moon sign. It can depend on if you are actually looking for love, then look at your Venus sign, you know. All right. There we go. Anna, let's go ahead and give this deck a cut. There we go. How we doing? Oh, good. We're doing great on time. All right, Anna, here we go. Let me get this deck going the right way. Ooh. You are looking out into the world. You are waiting for a ship to come in. You are in a holding phase, if you will, hoping that's your overall feel for your center card. And you're looking at the world and you're like, yeah, something's got to give here. I mean, in this one, look at him. He is steady in that world and he's holding it up. And he's like, why is the world not aligned? Like it's completely out of alignment. Now, this is a destiny card. So, Anna, there is something about you specifically because we have 1111. So you can see this pole right here. Oh, there we go. This pole and then this pole. Hey, I'm just getting further off camera. Aligned with the double up here because this is a 2 in Roman. So you have double and double. So this is your 1111 card. And that means that you are currently in the pro. There went your next card. It just took off out of nowhere. Holy cow. All right. So crossing you as Empress, you have gifts yourself. Whether you know it or not, I'm not sure, but you are aligned and you are looking at the world going, this ain't right. You're looking for help. Wow. You got the Ace of Cups. You got the Empress crossing you. Yeah, you've been doing some soul searching and you've been in your head a lot. You have some regret. You're missing something. We're going to talk about that. Oh, my. Oh, beautiful. I used a different deck. You know this is a different deck of cards, right? Okay. Whew, whew, whew. Okay, so we're just going to try to get some clarifiers here. Let me make some more room. This is also a very exciting read. Very exciting because it goes from you being in your head to a very good outcome. So let me just get our qualifiers here. Okay. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So, I'm trying to figure out how to get this all together for you. All right. So, like I said, we're going to start off with you right now. Currently, you are in alignment. You are doing very well. You are recognizing that your spiritual path is right in front of you. But you're losing people. People are walking away. And it's causing you to kind of go inward and search. But you see the light. It's there. And you're still very stable with it. You're like, that's okay. I'm losing people. Do what you got to do. Because overall, you have this amazing support team. This is right here. Yep, there it is. Your support team, I have to do everything reversed here. This support team is celebrating. They are so happy. And they're like, yep, we got this. And you have the divine, here we go, offering you this eternal flowing cup of love, crowning your spread with support. So this is incredible. Behind you, which was in your past, was before all that loveliness started happening, you actually suffered traumatically with being stuck because you felt like there was some trickery and there was imbalance. And you were looking for things to be revealed, and you felt like you were missing something, but at the same time, you knew you were aligned. It wasn't you. You weren't being, it wasn't you. It was around you. It was like environmental, perhaps. And that's where you kind of took your swords out and you just kind of cut people out of your life that were screwing with you. You took ownership. You had a big, huge tower moment, or you're going to, and you were like, I'm looking at the wrong cups here. I'm freaking out because the people I thought were for me, they all just killed over. But yet I still have some amazing cups right back here. And that's the tower moment. It was like, house is on fire. I'm waking up and I ain't got time for this crap anymore. I'm just not doing it. And that's when you've got this, let's get on with it. Let's get the right stuff going, because you have the Justice card coming up. We'll get to that. But your King of Pentacles, you mean business. You are solid in your belief. This is the truth. And that's all that matters. You want the truth. And this King of Pentacles, this is someone that absolutely is firm in their belief of what is right and what is wrong. They've got a solid foundation. And then you do have this interesting part here, which is, let me grab this. So with the Ace of Wands, you've got the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords. So we have a lot of fast energy that is around you now. This is your environmental place. So the Knight of Wands is somebody very passionate, racing in. But I feel like there's also somebody very, very quick to catch them if they ain't doing right. You better come at me right or don't come at me at all, because this King of Sword, he will behead this other guy if this King of Wands isn't doing right. But I think they are. I think that you can trust this Knight of Wands really well, because the defining card is a gift from the universe, from the divine. It's actually the wand. It's the beginning of something good. So this passionate person that's racing in, And this King of Swords, this is divinely matched. And what's interesting is I then have this Page of Cups. And I mean, it's a Pisces energy for the card. Not that this is a Pisces, but they're willing to start a new beginning. They want to go slow. They don't want to rush stuff. They're not going to let environment push them. This Page of Cups, I believe, is somebody that they're willing to take the chance, the opportunity, and they feel guided to do so. And I think you can absolutely trust it. I do feel that it is got to be made clear that boundaries are set so that we don't get into a codependent relationship. So I have Capricorn also with this clarifying this Page of Cups. So it could be a Capricorn. Also it could be a Sagittarius, because sometimes I see the devil with, you know, or even Gemini because of the twins, and Sagittarius are twins. So that's why I get that feel from that. But I do intuitive readings. But I do say that, you know, this is, it can go one or two ways. It could be a karmic battle, or you can keep it straight and real from the get-go, but do it with compassion, but set those boundaries and make sure the words are truthful, because someone's going to know without a doubt. They're intuitive. They know. They're the Empress. If they're being lied to, they're going to know it right there. You basically are dating, or the person coming at you or you is like a detective, but you go with intuition and you know it. You just know it. And the other person, they'll be like, well, how do you know that? I only talked to her for a minute and nobody was there. And you're like, I knew it. You just know it. And so, yeah, this night, now keep in mind, nights can charge in real quick and then charge out. But you have a night of passion coming at you. So that's what I have. Let's get some blessing cards on this. You're very intuitive. Very, very, very intuitive. You know things. You need to trust your intuition, girlfriend. I'm telling you now. You're the Empress. You know when you can smell it. You can smell when somebody's lying because they're fearful. You can smell their anxiety. You're an empath. You're 100% empath. What you feel, you have. That's also what this is. Okay, here we go. It's coming. It's coming. All right. So this devil energy at the top with this Fool. You yourself are an empath, and the problem is you're not setting your boundaries enough that you know when you're feeling depressed or when they're feeling depressed, because you take on their feeling. You don't imagine it. You actually feel it, and it confuses you. So you need to get your boundaries set to protect yourself, so when you know that they're the ones feeling upset they had a shitty day. It's not you. You were having a great day till they walked in, and the minute they walked in, your world bottomed. It's because you're an empath. So you're going to have to research, some ways to put your boundaries into place. But it does take time to learn that. So can we get some blessings here? Okay, thank you. Woo! Those went everywhere. Those had power to them. Let me grab them. All right. Making sure we got them all. All right, we have 3 blessings. Oh, yeah. You also need to learn to release the negative energy. So if you're having a great day, someone walks in and they're like, I got a flat tire on the way to work, and then the dog had pooped in the car and I didn't know it, and I got my hand in that, and they're just going on and on. You're absorbing their energy, and that's why they're telling you it, because it relieves them, right? You then have to release it. You have to release it out. Be careful that you don't save it up and release it on someone all at once, but that you find healthy ways to do that. And that's promised to you, that this is promised to you. What's supposed to come at you is going to come at you. It will not pass you by. It's promised by the divine, and it's love. It's a new beginning in love, and you're ready. You're ready. You got this. All right, guys. All right, let's get over to chat. Let me see how I can get that. Whoa, well, I've got it up on the screen. So let me see. Anna does say she has been in her head. She says, I do see things and know things that I should not probably. Let's see. She says yes, and she winked twice. And then she says, oh my God, that makes so much sense. I get the feeling of being mad all the time when somebody else is around or depressed. Yes. And she goes on to say, but usually I'm a very happy person. Yes, you are taking on. So when someone is projecting, Anna, what they're doing is that, have you ever heard of somebody say after they talked, they felt better? Because they released the feelings. Because words are like spirit being expressed. Emotions can get dangerous. You can feel sad and so forth and jealous, but emotions can take an action that's dangerous with that. But emotions can be good too. However, it's the feelings. So when somebody is talking and expressing, and those feelings are absorbed by you, and you can feel like if somebody goes to tell you something, Anna, about something that harms a child or an animal, you do not want to hear that. You don't need to hear it, and you get angry. And the reason you feel that way is it's unnecessary to take on more of the pain and anguish, because you'll feel it, and it almost turns your stomach to know of that. And that's because you're an empath, which we're all empaths. We're all narcissists. We have to be a balance of both, actually. We're all a little narcissistic, and you have to think of yourself sometimes. You have to self-preserve, you have to, or you'll dissolve. If you don't know your self-worth, you will be treated like garbage by the universe, because you'll see yourself as garbage. And it's all a reflection of how you see yourself. So with that, I think this Knight of Wands is very passionate. And I do see a strong connection. Be careful that it's not the empath feeding a narcissist, in the sense that you make sure you know how to set a boundary. Maybe keep a journal that when you start off your day, your mood, and don't make it real technical, just mood, good, solid, feel great. So that at the end of the day, you can look and see what mood you write. And if all of a sudden it's like, I feel lonely, well, think back, what made you feel lonely? Was it somebody telling you their story, or is it your own? So that's what I can give you. And thank you for the opportunity. For all of you, I especially want to thank Shane and Anna and Cappy. I believe it was 0110 or 1001. I want to thank you all for allowing us to do the read for you. And it may have resonated with some of you other. So we're going to do one more thing. And that's something I like to try to end with. And like I said, we will be getting our own channel so that we can get off of the RD channel and leave this for those that are wrongfully convicted. But if you are into tarot, hey, go ahead and check out our nocrimenotime.org about those that are wrongfully convicted, because I am a huge part of that. And I work a lot on the Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey case, which will blow your mind. I mean, just blow your mind. So I think I have like 200 videos on them, and we're a huge community. But we are combining and the two channels right now, mainly just till we get crossed over and have enough people on the other channel that it self-sustains. So, all right, guys, let me knock these out. Okay, this is a very general read, so I'm going to be keeping this as general as possible. That does not mean that I don't see more detail, but keep in mind, there could be, over time, we could have, 20,000 people watching this. It may only resonate with 10 people for all I know. Then again, there might be parts that resonate with you. Whatever comes out of this read, I assure you, the lessons that are shared through listening to even someone else's read can be amazing. Like, it can start making you think about your life in a better way too, because it's all about Source teaching us what the life lessons are to improve our life and make it better, make it more balanced and productive and kind and loving and friendly and generous. Okay. O'Neill, is level of empathy passed from parents? I wonder if my mom passed it to me. I believe that if parents have the gift of sight, they don't. I think we're all born with the gift of sight, and I think we're taught not to use it. So if you have parents that have learned to, and some people can hear and some people can see, everybody gets different gifts, but if the parents are more open-minded to it, the child is not shut off, and the child will come back to it because it'll be home. And then you get sometimes where none of the parents saw it coming, like mine, and they were like, don't do that. You can't see in pictures. Don't tell me who was in the picture when you weren't even born. Don't tell me what color purse they were holding. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. So that's been my life. I've always kind of lived in my own little protective bubble. There was a time at 4 when my real mother walked away and left me abandoned in a motel. And it was later that they located a grandmother who was an artist, and she raised me. Now, my real mother did come back into my life and just pick me up wherever she wanted to and drop me off wherever she wanted to. So, you know, it sounds like this big sob story, but it wasn't, because as a child, I knew I was 100% safe. I was given knowledge the whole time that no harm would come to me, and it never has. I have been, I didn't know a name on this planet at 4 years old. And when my grandma talked to me, she's like, well, that's God that you're talking about. I didn't know who God was. And I said, well, this person doesn't have a name. This person isn't a person. This is everything, and that's what 4-year-olds understand. So I think the more open-minded we as parents are, more gifts can be accepted easier. So, all right. What deck should we use? Let's see here. This is a neat deck. Let me show you this one. Let me go back to my camera. Okay. Can you see it? It's this really purpley lavender color, and it's got like this ring of eternity here. I just love it. And then the cards look like this. Whoa. That one jumped out at me. It's a Knight of Pentacles. And so they're very fairy-like and naturey and gorgeous, and I love them. They are beautiful, beautiful. So we're going to be using 2 decks because I have a feeling if we need a clarifier, we'll use the other deck that I was using, which I will show you if we get into. Back see, I studied religion a long time, and back in the day, there really was this Inquisition where they burnt and terrified all those people that were using like aloe to heal your wound. They called them witches. Not just Salem witch trial, but well before that, where natural healers and people that did lots where they cast stones and ruins for answers. It was before the witch hunt, but it was still then back in the old day. And it got to be to where it became scary because they would kill the whole family, not just the person doing it. So that's where fear got instilled. But the truth is that Jesus even asked lots to be cast. And when you look at what are lots, they are communication with the divine using marked runes on rocks. And lots are like a form of dice. And that was how they were to get their answers sometimes. And nowadays, there's been so much censorship I mean, if you really think about it, why can't they call our Bible a translation? Why is it a version? You know, if you ever watched a movie where it's not the right version, why can't they call it a translation? Why out of over, 400 canons, well over 400 canons, do we only have 60 some in our Bible? There's a lot of knowledge out there. You can look up some of the canons, which are the books of the Bible, that are older than the ones that are in the Bible you read today. So if you study anything in Aramaic, I can't talk today, or Hebrew, you can find out that there are discrepancies within some of these documents. So it's interesting that today, our overall read, this is just funny. Yeah, here's some clarity. Time for clarity and healing. That's our title, right? Seeing things for what they really are. It's the last week of July and into August 2020. So time for clarity. Guess what our overall general read is? Are you ready? The Knight of Swords. That's the card. That is the card for clarity. The Knight of Swords is somebody that absolutely wants truth, and that's all they will accept. The emotions are left a little bit to the side because it's a time for real facts to come in. And that's what we want. We want to cut the bullshit out. He's not afraid to behead someone that's, this is somebody that isn't going to deal with any more lies. They see them for what they are. And that is beautiful for this to be our overall read. Crossing that is a Five of Wands, conflict. We're having a confliction. We don't know what we can believe anymore is the overall read. And when you look below it, you got the Four of Cups. Okay, so we're looking for, it's kind of like wishful thinking in this. I'm doing intuitive here. Let me get the rest of the cards up here. And then we're going to clarify with a different deck. Okay, so let me do that. This is the deck we're going to switch over to, and then we're going to walk the walk here. So let me cut this deck as well. All right. Okay. I do mine just a little bit different because I like to have my cards all on the table to actually understand the bigger picture before I start discussing, because that way I read the book before I tell the story. I don't want to have to change it halfway through because all of a sudden I see there's the sun shining. All right, so let me get a feel for this. Okay, so I'm just going to read off the cards while I add the story up. So we have the King of Swords, clarified by Five of Wands, and Queen of Wands, which crosses that. Crowning the spread, we have the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Swords, as well as the Six of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. We'll come back to that. Bottom of it, we have Four of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and behind it, we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Moon, and we're going to go over each of these. In front of us, we have Judgment and Two of Wands. Really? I mean, we're going to understand that. Then we have Three of Wands and the Hangman, which is our current energy. Our environment, more or less, is the Two of Swords and the Sun. And then we've got, let me grab this, the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands clarifying. And then the Page of Wands is the outcome with the Queen of Swords. So let's dig in. Let me grab a drink of mate. Okay, guys. Let's start over. So I want to start off with, okay, let me just take 1 second. I've got to look at something as to what they mean. We're going to end up getting a couple more clarifiers to make sure this story is not as clear, and it's probably because we have so many energies here. Okay, I'm just going to walk it through, and there is so much information. All right. So overall energy is the King of Swords. That is the very most important part. That is our focus, which is we need clarity. All right. Five of Wands is conflict. We're getting conflicting stories all the time. And we're getting a lot of passionate people that are demanding that they want clarity. Obviously, that's our overall feel, and it happens to really resonate with the title. Now, below it, I sense a lot of daydreaming with not understanding how to turn it into a manifested reality. So our hopes and our dreams and our wishes are still in the 5D because we're looking at our reflection. And there's other people saying, why are you just staring at your own reflection? Get busy, get activated, get out here and march with us. And I'm telling you, we have to look at our reflection. It's being required because we've been somewhat programmed, and it's making us feel like we were left out in the cold from the truth. Like nobody even has a good reason to tell us why they lied to us. We're just being lied to for the heck of it. Rounding the spread, we have the 7 of Cups. So what I do see is this, and I see this with I see several people here, because I see a spirit way up here watching these two people pointing at this tree. Let me see if I can get it on camera. Okay, so I see these two people here. They're pointing at this tree that's floating. And I see that they've walked this path of cups all through here. And they're pointing at, it's like the grass is greener on the other side. We got to fix it over there. And that's not what I feel. That's the illusion, is we got to fix it over there. We got to fix others. Because we're being told by Source to go inside. We're not sleeping at night because we need to fix within us first. And then we can come to that conclusion. And when we do fix us, when each person takes that time to take responsibility for their own action, that's when we can celebrate and we become triumphant. That's your overall goal. And with that, you get the 10 of Pentacles. And look at this beautiful story. Solid, sturdy foundation. And behind us, what kind of brought us up to this point was we were all very, very busy. Just working our craft, doing our job, doing our thing. Everybody was heads down, paying attention to what they thought was important in their life. But it was just shown to us. The illusion came clean. No matter who you are, you now know, without a question of a doubt, what's important to you now. That's because of COVID, I'm sure. And the rest of the crap. Because right in front of us is judgment. Right in front of us. And you can see they're blowing the horn. They're saying, get right with yourself, top to the bottom, bottom to the top. As above, as below, as below, as above. Get right. Because we have 2 of Wands. You want to fix the world? Work on you. That's the new perspective that you need right now. That's the Hangman. You need that perspective. And the 3 of Wands, this is planning. This is making plans. Because once you're okay, we'll be fine. Because then we hit the sunshine. Yeah, we got the 2 of Swords. It's a decision you got to make. You got to make it. You got to literally get right with yourself. See this innocence? To protect the innocence, you got to get right inside. It's not about politics. It's about our youth. Yeah, we got some scoundrels out there. We got this passionate guy that's entitled, that thinks he automatically gets everything he wants. But we also have the Knight of Wands, passion charging in. So we've got the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. So this Knight of this King that's sitting on his throne, acting all cocky, thinking he's got everything in the bag already. You're wrapped around his little finger. I don't think so. Because you're the knight and you're rushing in. with a new message and a new beginning with the Page of Wands. And guess what? Once you love yourself, you take care of yourself, the Queen of Wands, she will handle the situation. The Queen of Wands. We become the clarity. We started off, I'm sorry, I meant Queen of Swords. The Queen is going to cut out the bullshit. And what's interesting, we start off with the King of Swords as our center, and we end with the Queen. This is fate. This is destiny. We win. That's why we get this. That's why we get this celebration. Because it's a marriage. It's a marriage of us coming to the real truth, the real clarity in order to heal. And that's what this message was meant for you guys today. I don't care if you're listening in 6 months or you're listening right now. This message is meant for all of us. All of us. You got to get out your head. And you got to start doing what you know is right. You don't got to think about what's right. It's in your blood. It's in your DNA. You know, Source put the information within your bloodstream. It's a message of purity, of what's right and what's wrong. When it's wrong, you don't want people watching you do it. You want to do it alone. Or somebody that'll do it with you when it's wrong. You want to keep it quiet. You want to hide it. You don't want everybody to know. If it's right, you'll scream from the balcony what you did. So you got to get right inside you. And don't look at it as individual little pictures. Don't be counting the worms in the can. Just know you got a can of worms and we got to clean it up. You know, it's not about how much milk we spilt in the kitchen. It's about getting the kitchen cleaned up. It's not about who spilt the milk. It's not about who ate all the cookies. It's not about who blew their diet. It's not about who was late for work. It's not about who's sleeping with who. It is literally about looking at yourself in 2020 and seeing clearly with 2020 vision what is important to you and knowing what you really want. Because how can the universe reflect beauty and love if you don't reflect it back to the universe? All right, we're going to jump over to topside, and while we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and get some blessings on our group reading here. And I mean, that's just in the cards. That came from Source. So if you're hearing this, you needed to hear that. I know I did. I mean, yeah, I lay awake at night. I'm like, how am I going to fix this if they don't run school next year? Nope, I ain't doing that no more, you know? This message tells me to live in my heart every day for that moment. Not tomorrow, not yesterday. Oh yeah, synergy. The overall feel of the universe. What is our energy at? We need to transmit that same loving. Here you go, all about the healing today. This is ancient shaman healing. Or ancient healing wisdom. Shaman. This is what I'm saying. You will be healed when you allow yourself to melt into those painful moments of your life, to dig out what caused you to react to someone that way. Maybe every time someone says, be careful, it trips you up. And you're like, why do you say that? Okay, what's making you feel angry when someone's wishing you to be careful? Okay, we have forward movement. Look at that. That is beautiful. Lush, green, archway. Every time I see an archway, I always think of traveling forward, you know, veiled, right? Everything's going to become unveiled. Right now, there's things we're not quite sure of. We don't know who's telling the truth. Literally, if who is telling the truth or not. Is that not crazy? Emergence. Emerge into spirit. Have trust. Your faith. Set it. Forget it. Don't be on your knees begging all dang day. It isn't God, Source, whatever, is not saying to you, how many times can you ask for peace? How many times can you do it in a day? Come on, come on, come on. No. It's saying, I want peace. Thank you. Now, go resonate the vibration of creativity, love, kindness, and that's how you get it reflected back to you. And the universe will hand it to us. All right, guys, let's head over here for a few minutes. I want to thank you all for allowing me to do this general read. If you are into a private reading or you would like a follow-up on something you saw here today, you can contact me. I'm very open, and like I said, this is me. Literally up at 5 a.m. in my PJs this morning, completely comfortable giving a read to someone that has been a channel listener and a supporter for a while. So that's Rubber Ducky 2005 at yahoo.com. Let me put some of these cards away. I am going to take, if anybody had one or two questions in the crowd, forgive me, I can try my best to get a short answer for you. It might not be in depth, but it could give you a little bit of information regarding the answer. So, okay, let's swing up and say hello to some of the new listeners and welcome everybody to the channel. So let's see here. It takes me a minute to see where we were. A. O'Neill, I've kind of run out of time, but I would be happy to do it. If you wanted to email me, I do charge $20 for a read, but I give you a full hour. I promise you I will stay with you until you are satisfied with the read, or I will refund your money. If it does not resonate with you on a personal read, which that has not happened yet, I promise. So far, the divine and source has been able to bring me exactly what they want to say. And a lot of the people that I do reads with appear on the channel, so they would be barking out here. Not me, if it wasn't true. So that tells you a little bit, but it's right on. And it is helpful. It's helpful for understanding the different pitfalls that are ahead of us and gives us an idea if that's a risk we want to take or if we want to take a more solid path that's a little longer or so forth. Hey, Nomadic Slavic. Good to see you. Thank you for your support. Let's see. Kayla, Jewel, general reading, please. Yes, I did. I hope that helped you. Hi, Delaware. How are you? Good to see you and nice to meet you. All right, guys, let's scroll down a little bit. We might be at the end here. I just want to make sure I didn't miss something really important for you guys. Hello, Positive for Life. Good to see you. Hey, Keith. Nice to see you as well. Carol is here, and she says, Artie, very interesting to see this side of you. I've seen the SA and BD side for years. Yes, yes. I decided it's just time to bring the, as above, as below, as below, as above. And we are going to be putting, the other channel is starting. It's either Galaxy 1111 Tarot or 1111 Tarot. Haven't decided yet. But it's going to be starting in August, and I'll come over here and I'll do, like, part of a read, and then we'll transfer over there for those that want to go to that channel until we build up enough. I think we have to have 1,000 subscribers, and we're starting with 0. And then we can do lives over there and leave the RD channel for the Steve Avery, Brendan Dassey wrongful conviction, because I still am very, very passionate and have not walked away. There's not a lot to talk about right now, so I'm setting my intent, which is to bring both Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey, who were wrongfully convicted, home. And I'm gonna, just have faith this is coming to us, because it's justice and well-deserved. Very, very well-deserved. O'Neill says, my mom was from an Irish traveler family, Catholic, but a different culture. Bless my eye with silver if I had a sty. Ah. Aw, thank you, Shane. Aw. Shane Henry wrote, you are amazing, and gave me $20. Thank you, Shane. Thank you. Let's see. Nan's Life 7. Are you able to point your camera to the cards? I bought a new camera. See, Shane sent me some money. And I bought a new camera. Let me see where I have it. Hold on. Okay, you guys. So this is called a VersaCam. Now, I got to work for the next few days, basically from Friday is my son's birthday party, so even though I have it off, I won't be available. But Monday, my goal is to figure out how this little guy works. And it says right on it, 12 megapixels. It's 1080 full high def, and I should be able to point to the cards. That's my intention, is to point to the cards. And also I'm hoping to have this little camera where I talk kind of like little and up at the top. So that's the goal. So let's see here. Nan went on to say, not that we don't love seeing your beautiful face, thank you, but would love to see the cards as you pull them and what order you're reading. Absolutely, absolutely. And we are going to get to that for sure. And then O'Neill says, you can't look after anyone else unless you look after yourself first. Hats off. That is just a beautiful, I mean, if your takeaway from today's thing that came out of it, which who knew, that was going to be the message. I just knew that it was guidance about healing and looking inward and seeing the truth for what it is, so we needed clarity. But I think A. O'Neill nails it when I'm going to repeat it again. You can't look after anyone else unless you look after yourself first. Very, very true. Sherry Lynn Pontello, she made it. Good. Hi. We're doing good. Hi, Abby63. She says, hi, Ducky. Just caught you live for a change. Hope you're well. Looking lovely as always. Someday I'm going to have to actually try like doing something with this and not being like mopping the bathroom floor when I decide to come online. So I can look nice for you guys, because this is like, you guys are catching the real deal here. I'm not hiding. Well, I love you guys so very much. I thank you for the time we've had today. I really hope that this has brought some clarity and healing to you. I know it did for me. I learned from you guys. I did during the Steve Avery time, where we would research. I would learn from you. You'd learn from me. And that's what I hope we were able to do on this next channel. I do think that we have a lot of clarity coming our way, and I think that's why it's 2020. The first half of 2020 is showing us all the bogus, showing us what people tell us. We can't just blindly accept anymore. We have to quit going by sight. We have to quit going by what we hear. And we need to go by faith. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but I'm going to grab it. A couple years ago, my real mom, she came to me, and, like I said, it was a shaky beginning in life. When I was older and I had my own children, I was able to forgive her, and because I realized it made me who I was. And she was not even the same person then. And she gave me this. I don't know if you can see it. What way do I need to go? It's just a wooden plaque. It says, walk by faith, not by sight. And it says 2 Corinthians 5:7. So what that really, really means is that, you can't go by what you're being told on the news. You can't go by numbers that are counted and then retracted. You can't go by rules that are being changed up all the time. You have to go by your absolute faith. Whatever makes you know something. It's not something you believe. It's something you know. When you know the difference between what you believe to be true and what you know to be true, that's when you're going to hit that as above, as below, as below, as above. I love you guys so much. Natural is always better. I am like it always. Thank you, Abby, for adding that. Again, thank you, Shane Henry, for being so supportive to me. I thank you with all my heart. I thank all of you for being part of this today. I do work for a few more days. It'll be next week before I'm able to get back on, but I didn't want to leave without getting to interact with you guys. And I was in there literally cleaning my bathroom when I got this urge to get on here and connect, because I felt like there was some healing that needed to be done. And the way that we needed to get that was through clarification. And I knew I needed to read to understand what source was saying, but I was also felt that it was a shared read, and that general overall read was beautiful because it does show, we do have some inner work to do. We all do. But just remember, be kind out there. Whether they wear a mask or you do, or they don't, or you don't, or they believe in this person for voting or you do, or whatever. It's about our kids. It's about our future. It's about this planet. And this awakening of realizing what is important to you. What is going to make you be able to put your head on that pillow at night? Take that breath and go, because you feel right. That's what we've got to get to. When each of us all over the world does that, and I know this channel, it's growing by leaps and bounds. Like, I changed gears completely right now because we're using this as a sub channel on our RD channel. But it's still growing, and I didn't lose like a lot of subscribers. And if I did, you got to support the truth no matter what if you're going to work for those that are wrongfully convicted. And what better way than somebody that trusts source? So, all right, guys, peace out. 1111 Tarot. And with that, much love to each of you. I appreciate everything you do for me, and I hope that I bring clarity and healing to you. Much love.